Opening sequence with different colored graphics. TalkAbility logo. Now with Raina in studio.
Ha re kenywa ke batho ba senang bokoa ba re sebedisa ka tsela e tsamaisanang le bokoa ba rona ebile ba re sebedisa ka tsela tse sa lokang. Mokgwa o ba tlwaetseng ho re hlahisa ka ona o re hlahisa e kare re batho ba sono. Media ona he o ka bapala karolo e kgolo moo. Ka jeno re bua ka o hlahella ha batho ba bokoa ho media. Hape re na le motho mona a tshwereng karolo e kgolo hore dintho di fetohe ho media. Welcome to TalkAbility, Sibusiso.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes, I don't know if everyone can see. Today I brought my brother here, Mafana Fanas.
Twin.
Yeah. So you grew up later in Elspruit, Mbombela, the rural areas of Mbombela.
Yeah.
Very close-knit family. However, when school started, you had to go to Limpopo and others had to go to other schools. How was that for you?
It was a bit hectic. I mean, a lot more challenging because now it's a matter of being away from the siblings that I grew up with. And the fact that I was so far from home.
Nimpilo lapho yona benjani kuleso sikole?
Impilo bengekho grand Bafana because I mean it was different disabilities in the same school. So, when they bath you guys all in one bath, you can imagine. There's some kids who have a disability where they release themselves. So they release in that same water that you need to bath in. So, hey, Bafana, it was not good.
Nah. And ibe yashintsha kanjani impilo yakho ke now moving to Hope School?
Apart from seeing white people for the first time at school and being in the same class, that was on another level, and I didn't know that white people could also get a disability. That was the first time I saw it. The fact that English was the dominant language that was spoken, then I'm coming here with Wakwishisha, it kind of just changes the whole perspective of speaking. So I had to kind of start from scratch because I couldn't read or write in English, but I could read and write in Pedi like fluently. Yeah. I was that good.
How did you then get involved with sports?
Well, sports I loved from the previous school. One teacher that was organizing the athletics, because that was my first sports. I wanted to do athletics, and he told me I wasn't good enough, and I'll never amount to the kids who run, because they are very, very fast. And I suppose they were referring to the likes of you. But as soon as I got to the new school, I thought, I would like to do sports. I didn't know they actually took part in such activities. And once I found out, I was like, you know what, this is an opportunity. And obviously athletics, running was the first sport that I did. And then thereafter it was your cycling and then obviously swimming.
I look at your life now, you are an actor. And how did this happen?
I was still a bit young, still in school. I always had the likes of wanting to tell a story. I've always wanted to portray something and tell people about it. So that's where the love came from.
It's beautiful what we see, the things that you're doing as well. Re na le taba tse ngata tse santsane re tlo bua le tsona le Sibusiso. Empa hona jwale ha re lo bona Sibusiso mosebetsing wa hae le ha le lapeng hore o phela jwang yena.
Sibusiso sits outside at a table going through his film script and making notes.
Igama lami ngimSibusiso Mogale, ngina 31 years old. Ngatalwa nganatandla disability bayibita iFocamilia. Focamilia, it means I only have from the elbow all the way up to my shoulder, but from the elbow down to my forearm and my hands, that's the part that's missing. Make nguye umuntu bekahlala khona ngaso sonke isikhathi. Ngakhula babe ngamathi. Ngikhule ngifuna thando la babe akusikudzala mina nababe sibuyelene sesiriconnectile. Qala kwami kuya esikolweni make wathola isikolo sase Limpopo bekuyi boarding school vele because bengengiconnect traveler khamba kwesikhathi bese ngicala kuhlukunyedwa ngaphuma ngiya for interview kule sikolo sase Jozi bangithatha kule sikolo leso, and that's when I started doing esports.
Sibusiso on set with the cameraman ready to shot a scene.
Masesibuka le aspect ye filming, I think esports ngiso lesingisitile kungivulela lama channel. Nami kanzi nami nginetitori tami lengiticabangile nami lengifuna ukuthi mhlawumbe divele itinto lengitibona tendakala ku community, especially la ngiphuma khona. into beyi-difficult kakhulu kwenda lamafilimu lawo bekungukuthi kumele ngikhiphe imali out of my own pocket as well as my friends sihlanganise sibone ukuthi siphuma kanjani. As a filmmaker angwati ma director la ne so called disability like njengami especially la pusha kule rate lengiphusha kuyo. Ngisho ukuthi ngicela kuthathwa serious ngenxa yokuthi umsebenzi wami yadikhulumela.
Now with Raina in studio.
You know, inside Lena, you also mention your relationship yakho nobabakho.
Yeah.
Mawuthi ubabakho khani akusikudala umazi kwenzekeni lapho?
Bekangekho at all. It was more of him mabangitshela, he denied me as a baby to say yeah, now he doesn't give birth to, you know, and then ngale khuluma naye, I think we are about now not even a year. Not even a year.
Iqale kanjani kodwa that relationship? Did you try to find him? Kwenzeka?
My mom was the one who pushed, actually, for me to know my pops. And the first time I went to meet him, he was in prison, and I went to see him there. And that was the first time I've met him, you know, proper. I decided to have a sit down with both my mom and my dad in one room.
Since bekane perspective yokuthi yena agenzi abantwana abanganazandla.
Yeah, he regrets it. But there's nothing we can do about it. We can't take back time. So it's just a matter of how do we now build the relationship going forward.
Uthatheni from this whole situation, ufundeni, and yini ocabanga ukuthi abantwana ukuthi bayakhula nabo kodwa with similar circumstances as ezakho, but they can learn from you.
So what I take from this is that always rely on yourself, because once you do that, you can't go wrong. Once you rely on yourself, you know that the only person you can blame if anything goes wrong is yourself, you know.
What do you think can be done from your own perspective to actually make sure ukuthi kuba ne inclusion, kuba ne interaction ya wonke umuntu, and kuba ne fairness ethize?
You know, partner with the relevant people. When I say relevant people, it's like angeke when in your company you want to employ someone with a disability, but you have no idea, you know, what the disability is or what do they require to have a production going. You know what I mean?
Like as the train seyiqalile seyaqhubeka. It's nothing about us without us.
Yeah.
Re sa tswa hanyane. Ha re khutla re tlo tswela pele ntse re bua le Sibusiso. A re qoqele hore o tshutshumetswa ke eng e kana hore a batle ho etsa menyetla e bulehe ho batho kaofela lefatsheng ho kenyeletsa le bona batho ba bokoa.
Now with Raina in studio.
Ntse ke bua mona le Sibusiso a ntse a re hlalosetsa ka monahano wa hae le pale ya hae ya bophelo eo e mentseng hore a kgone ho kena ponahalong le ditlhahisong tsa media, le hore o nkile maikarabelo a qala ho etsa difilimi tse kenyeletsang dipale tsa batho ba nang le bokoa. Jwale he ho tla kenella motswalle wa hae ebile hape ke business partner ya hae e leng Simphiwe Mbata. Welcome to the show, Simphiwe.
Putlaki, thanks a lot.
Yeah, man. Wena no Sibusiso ni mite kanjani?
There was an event at after, and then Usbu came to that event, and then we met, and afterwards we exchanged our number, and we became good friends.
What was your intentions? Mauya kuye bofuna ukwazini?
Mangiyaguya, I wanted to get to know him as a person, and then mangilonkhuluma naye, you know, I even forgot that he has a disability. And then after a few months, that's when we now decided to do a movie, the first one, Iqola.
The idea is kanjani Iqola?
The idea came after me and him became friends. That's when we now, you know, got the idea to do the movie.
And of course the second film came where Imfihlo, right?
Yes.
And that is where Usbu now played just a general character. It was not an armless guy of some sort.
Yes.
And Leo is a kanjani Sibu, idea Leo.
It was him who was like, Spuda, endoda ngenye film la nabafana imfihlo yabona. And the imfihlo, then he explained the character. He says, but I want you to act in it this time, and I want us to take away the whole disability thing. I want people to see you as just like you said, a general actor, a lead actor, and that's pretty much it.
And after we had done Iqola, and after seeing, you know, how brilliant Usbu was in front of the camera, I was like, wow, like, you know, I found the lead, you know, character for Imfihlo. it was no longer now about Sibu playing a character where he's, you know, where we see Uti, he has a disability. We see Sibu playing a character, you know, that's, you know, a normal person.
Just as a man. Yeah.
Just as a man, you know, where we see someone, or Hetwa Intombazana, you know, someone going through, you know, love challenges. And, you know, there's not a moment in the movie where you stop and say, okay, this guy on a disability. True. Because you are not portraying that.
Kuyazwakala ukuthi i-future ye-South African media ezandleni zakaSimpiwe it's beautiful. I won't even talk ngezandla zakho Sibu, ngiyabonga. Skado ke setshwantshisi se ntse se hola se batlang hore se atleise ditoro tsa hae. Ena he ke pale ya hae a re jwetse hore leeto la hae la hore a kene ho media e tsamaile jwang. Shebella mona.
Skado talking to camera.
My name is Karim Kondo. I'm 25 years of age. I was raised at Etwatwa, Debiton. I was born with a disability called autistic cerebral palsy. As a child, I always knew I'm different because of how society treated me. As Ningane Bezinshera, they thought it's a joke, and people referred me as sick.
Skado exits her home and takes a walk with two friends.
Growing up, I've always wanted to be an actress, model, TV, radio presenting. I took a promise to myself. I said, one day I'll break the barriers. One day I'll break the stigma. So 2013-14, my mom and I started looking for a casting agency.
Back home, Skado makes a phone call.
Hello?
Hello, how are you, ma'am?
I'm okay, and you?
I'm good, thanks. You're speaking to Skado Kondo. I would like to join your casting agency, please.
I can't hear you properly. Please speak up.
Sorry, please bear with me. I've got cerebral palsy.
Are you drunk?
No, I'm not drunk. I've got a disability. Please bear with me.
Lady, you know what? You are wasting your time. Let's choose another career because no agency is going to find you to speaking like that.
But I love acting.
Sure.
I had so many no's because of my disability, but I am Skado Kondo, the best actress.
Now with Reina in studio.
Look, uSkado usibonisa ezinye izinto ukuthi for most of us abangalandeleli iphupho within the media asizazi lezi zinto lezi, but uSibu has alluded to some of them masikhuluma earlier. Kodwa there's something that uSkado mentioned ukuthi when it comes to actually refusing space for a certain type of human beings, we are limiting our possibilities. We are limiting art. We are limiting the stories. We are limiting different interpretation. You know, when especially for when as a businessman, as a producer, as a filmmaker,
It's not everyone who believes in them. Because if that was the case, then we would be seeing more of them go entertainment. And, you know, it's something I wish ukuthi inga-change. You know, ukuthi nabo baphiwe ama opportunity. Because there is, for me, when I see disability, people with disability, they also have a community. And if Usbu, someone with a disability, is acting in a movie, you know, that does not mean that movie won't get his support. You know, people from Amanama disability will also support Usbu as well.
And to be honest, Bafana, I feel what we can do as people and as talent, let's flood the production. Forget the middlemen. Flood the production because Nabo, Batola, a call from production that we need this and that. If we flood the production, that there are more people with disabilities who want to be part of that production. When they start looking, they now tell the middlemen that now we're looking for people with disabilities. The middleman has no choice but to get people with disabilities. That way, it's not easy for them to turn you back. Mawuza ne disability, but no, vele siyakufuna. But if the production is about phone, how are they going to now force you to be part of that production when the production doesn't want you?
Favor media nine a philosophy yokuthi nizoyenza as many movies as possible and niwakhiphe with or without the funders. Ama funders anithola phambili. Ize kanjani that whole type of thinking?
I started Ilona, Favor Media, with Usbu. You know, short films, I thought, you know what, short films would be the best thing to do. And people, you know, would be interested. People, you know, would love what we were doing. And that's when I saw, okay, if we can do a short film without a budget, what's stopping us to do a feature film?
Yeah.
You know, because the only difference would be the length. Meaning, if we spent a day to do a short, it means to do a feature, would have to add maybe 2 more days, you know, and that's how it started. And after doing a feature, then did the research, and so there's actually channels that are looking for a content. And then I submitted Gulama Pay channel, and they bought the
And
content.
started
Yes.
moving from
Then,
there.
because at the end of the day, it's a business.
Definitely Nyaguzwa, and business is business. Business must be done, you know. And fortunately for us, abantu with disability, we are getting used to studying our own things. Kusho ukuthi, you know, one day kuzoba yithi sithi asiniqashi ngoba ninezandla. Yes. Ha re khutla re kenyeletsa motho a tsebahalang haholo ebile a nang le talente e ngata haholo. Ho yena bitso la hae ke Rulane Baloyi.
Now with Raina in studio.
Re ntse re bua mona ka ho hlokahala ha boemedi ha batho ba bokoa kgwebong ena ya media. Ho tloa kwana di-magazineng ho isa ho fihlela difiliming. Jwale re kenyeletsa ditabeng Rulane Baloyi e leng moqolotsi wa ditaba ho radio le television. Hape yena ke ambassador ya Casual Day. Welcome to the show, Rulane.
Ke a leboha ntate.
Wena khale o le televisioning le radiong o kgonne ho kena jwang?
Ha ke tla qala nna ne ke sa le ko University ko Wits. So ke qadile ko Voice of Wits ko campus radio. I think ntho ya hore ke lo sebetsa le fellow students ko campuseng ke yona ntho nthuseng hore ke kgone hore ha setse ke tlo batla mosebetsi mo radiong ko SABC ho be bonolo hobane ne setse ke tseba etiquette ya ho dula morao ha microphone, ne setse ke tseba hore ha o batla ho bala ditaba ho etsahalang ka hore nako ke sebetsa ko Voice of Wits ne ke bala ditaba. So o santse o re ho di-employers ngfeng mosebetsi ke ntse ke sa kgone ho etsa dintho tse ding the way le di batlang ka teng, mara re tla kgona hore re sebedisane to meet each other halfway. I think bothata ba di-company kore ba nahana hore batho ba nang le disability ke batho ba ile hore re high maintenance, and ha ho jwalo le rona hona le karolo e le hore re a e bapala. I mean ha ke tla ya for the audition ko televisioning batho ba expect hore santse o tsebe o bala auto cue, and a ke no kgona ho e bala auto cue, mara monahano wa ka ke yona o nthusang hore ke hopole hore ha re fihla moyeng ke eng se ile hore se tlabe se rana mo auto cue eo.
Ke tshepa hore ho la ba le rante re ba le yona ya Skado mona re le ratla la insert ya yona mo Skado a ne a hlaella a bua ka maikutlo a hore o na le dilemo tse 25 and gale a leka hore a be actress yena. O nahanang ka di-situation tse jwalo ha batho ba batla hore ba be in front of the camera?
Ha hona bothata hore motho a be in front of the camera. It's just that the producer le di commissioning editor le batho ba ile gore ba di creative ba swantse ba be open to changing times. Ba swantse batho ba nahana hore ho kana wa fihla Rulane a tlo auditiona ho ba receptionist mo on a soapy. Le tla mohana Rulane because a sa bone na. Jwale le yena auso o batlang mereko o ile hore o batla ho actor a ka lentswe la hae ba ka kgona hore ba create script se ile hore se sutana le the way a leng ka teng. Bothata ke hore mo industry batho ba expect hore ba santse ba be perfect.
I think taba ya gore we want to keep a certain standard. Maybe that comes from, you know, us stepping in the industry who want to keep a certain standard. And while you look at university, you know how you are a student. The minute you step in the industry, you as a filmmaker, you put a lot of pressure on yourself. And you want to do things a certain way. You want to fit in what is already being done. You don't want to be different in at least in SEO.
To be honest, I think it is caused by what... I don't want to say the client, because the people who are producing aren't necessarily the clients. The clients are, the viewers and the people who want that certain image to be put in the public. What sells is what we want as people who are paying the filmmakers and so forth. So they don't really have a say. So when they now go on their own and become filmmakers and shoot stuff, they now want, because they're saying that's the in thing. It is wanted by people.
This is where we should be going. That's why I speak of an inclusive society. Yes. So an inclusive society doesn't make a disability as a big deal, especially in a media space, because it becomes destructive to the viewer. Make it normal and let the viewer judge. Several years there was an advert of Bankile Moto Obonang Atlobapala Rolia Moto Saboning. Why don't you go get someone who is blind? If you're going to do an ad and you need someone who is hard of hearing, and then your sign language, go get a person to do it, because that's more reality than acting.
It would be nice for people with disability. Lebona somehow should start maybe their own acting agencies, because you find that when that brief comes out, a person who doesn't see, or a person who can walk, the agency does not have that kind of person. And Lebona, they are on a timeline, we need this kind of person by the end of the week, or maybe after 2 days. So if people with disabilities as well have their own agencies, then it would be nice, because once a brief like that comes out, then they would send but with disabilities.
But the problem, that's exclusionary. The problem with where we're saying you people with disabilities go there, we'll come for you when we need you. It's a problem. We want to play in the same sport where you Spiwe are playing. The problem is that if I open up an acting agency for people with disabilities, what if for the whole year no one needs someone with a disability? What's that supposed to mean? We want to play exactly where we're playing. Shift wasn't designed, for example, for people with disabilities. Everybody came for those auditions. Mabebona urulani TV evela ekhuluma nge unemployment, urulani evela lapha ekhuluma nge scourge of TB or HIV, ekhuluma ngezinto ezinormal. There's nothing destructive, but we're just dealing ngama societal issues. Then omunye umama afone lapha athi ngicela nibuze urulani ukuthi yena ufunde kuphi ukenika isikolo rulani, because le rona re batla go isa ngwana rona mo ile gore one day o tlo tshwana le yena.
Ra leboa kaofela for letle mona taba tsa ka je go ne di khothatsa ebile di a thabisa, and ke tshepa gore even on social media taba tsena di tla tswela pele di be trending as it tlo hodisa disability yona e trend. Batho ba tlameha ho tlohela ho ntlafatsa menahano ya hore batho ba bokoa ha ba tshwane le bona, le hore re ka kgona fela ho thaba ha re ka fodiswa from disability ya rona. Ke nako ya ho tlohela ho etsa batho ba bokoa disebediswa e ka re bokoa ke yona fela ntwe bohlokwa bophelong ba bona. Ke nako ya ho emela kakaretso e kgolo le ho ba teng ha batho ba bokoa di-platformong tsena kaofela tsa media. Lebitso ke Reina Moloi, and rona we TalkAbility.
Thanks to everyone who made this program possible. Ford Foundation groups that promote media inclusion. 212-573-5000. Verizon Media. www.verizonmedia.com. Disability Advocacy Resource Unit. 0396395807.